kid, in the USA, we love celebrating Cinco de Mayo, which translates into
the 5th of May.
We celebrate Mexican culture with food
And queso.
music
And queso.
even festivals out on the streets.
And queso.
You're just saying cheese over and over again, white rat.
I am practicing my Español.
Fine. But this year, what if I told you that we are not celebrating Cinco de Mayo?
Gasp.
Instead, we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
You really had him fooled there, storyteller. Now let's celebrate the rodent way.
Let's scamper in and see how the rodent half lives and celebrates Cinco de Mayo. But it's not a Cinco de Mayo. On the 5th of May, Mouse woke up and wriggled his whiskers like so. Spicy smells tickled his nose. Beanie, cheesy, ricey smells. A Mexican fiesta. Fantastico! Fantastico! Diltastico!
Cheese-tastico.
The word is fantastico, which is Spanish for fantastic. Mouse crawled out of his hidey hole. Where was the fiesta? Not in the bathroom where the kids were brushing their teeth. Not in the bedroom where Mom was folding the laundry like so. Not in the kitchen where Dad washed dishes. Which, by the way, the sink for a mouse is not a sink, but an Olympic-sized pool. But did he go swimming? No. Mouse slipped out the front door and set off to explore. Mouse scampered down alleyways, past sidewalks and streetlights. See, here's the city, the houses. He lived, I guess, probably came around the corner, so, because there he is following the scent. But he didn't see greedy cat stalking him down the street. Because, Two-Tone, what you don't know is that some cats out there hunt mice.
Don't get any ideas, Bob.
No, I know you never would, Two-Tone. Of course not. So, before long, Mouse kept going and stopped at the edge of the city park, which I'm guessing is where this aroma is leading. I think we found our fiesta! What sights met his eyes! All around, people were eating, singing, dancing, strolling, playing. All around were food and drink and sombreros and serapes and bright paper flowers like these that adorn the skies. And oh, you can even buy some paper flowers to adorn yourself. It's Cinco de Mayo! And look, there's little Mouse enjoying all the sights. His eyes grew round like this as he beheld a confetti-covered piñata stuffed with candy and shaped like a burro. You could see him right there in the reflection of his eyeglasses. And there it was, hanging in a tree above the plaza. I must have that for my fiesta, he said to himself. He jumped, but the enticing piñata swung too far out of reach. I mean, think about it. The mouse is like yay high, and the tree's all the way up there, so he's like, nice try, but he's gonna find another way. But all around, people were eating and dropping snacks for mouse-sized meals. Yum! Yummy foods he'd never tasted before. Tacos, tamales, chorizos, and flan. Tacos, tamales, chorizos, and flan? Tacos, tamales, chorizos, and flan.
Tacos, tamales, chorizos, and flan.
Tacos, tamales, chorizos, and flan. Hey! Tacos, tamales, chorizos, and flan. Hey! And check him out, carrying the tacos, tamales, chorizos, and flan. Hey! All in one 1 carry?
Fun fact, the smell of food gives us super rodent strength.
When Mouse was full, he dozed under the shade of a canopy, much like this one. Cat! Cat is still out there. He crouched in the flower bed, tail up and head down, waiting for his chance. Meanwhile, we don't even see Cat anywhere. That's how good of a hunter he is. We can't even see him. That's what makes him so good at what he does. But everybody else is having a grand old time. And he's eating a churro, and he's eating a tamale, and she's baking some stuff, and he's getting a big plate full of beans. Because a huge part of Cinco de Mayo is the feasting. But all around then came dancers stamping. That means stepping on your feet really hard and making sounds with it. Heels stomping, toes tapping. Mouse woke up and dashed away from Cat. Woo! Oh, and there the chase is on in the middle of a dance sequence, which is very dramatic. And they were ducking between dancers, pounding feet, which is really dangerous to both of them. And they're zigging and zagging and jigging and jagging. Cat pounced. And missed his prey as Mouse darted beneath the stage and found safe shelter in a sombrero. Mouse heard the mariachis play, heard the guitarrón, that's the big giant guitar, the trumpets, the sweet voice violins, heard the boom of the fireworks and people shouting, "Viva Mexico!
Viva Mexico!"
Like that. When at last Mouse's heartbeat steadied, kum 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 kum, his whiskers quivered like this. Because once again he smelled the candy hidden deep inside the piñata.
Did you know that mice can smell food through walls, packaging, and piñatas?
True story. But how to reach the sweets buried in the burro, which in Spanish was pronounced burro, but spelled the exact same way. How to reach the sweets buried in the burro, swaying high above the plaza when he's such a little guy. Even the masks seem to be wondering the same thing. Lickety-split, Mouse scrambled up the tree. He inched across the rope like a tightrope walker, one paw in front and one paw behind. We're getting some actual circus action from this guy.
Wow, do you see him? I can't believe my eyes, Mildred.
He didn't see Cat hiding in the daffodils. Look at that. I don't even see him. Do you see him? Yep. Nope. Again, a perfect hunter hiding from sight. His stripy tail twitching, his greeny eyes narrowed, focusing on this little guy, probably thinking he'd make a delicious bonbon. The piñata swayed as Mouse climbed up. He smelled the treats, the sweet treats almost within sight. Fruity, sugary, and honey sweet. He nibbled, he gnawed, but he could not reach the treasure inside because he couldn't bite through the piñata. But just then came the swish of a stick as the child swung and someone jerked the piñata aloft, which meant they pulled it up even higher. Oh, why are they attacking that very nice piñata? Well, Dill, the tradition is that when you play piñata, you get a big stick and then you get a kid like that blindfolded to hit it wildly until it breaks open and all the candy just comes flying out. Oh, I'm glad I'm not a piñata. Mouse held on tight as the piñata swayed and sailed and dipped and spun. It was a carnival ride for Mouse, like this. Woo! In the plaza down below, Cat, even though we can't see that guy, was waiting for Mouse to fall into his paws like a ripe plum.
I have to say that nothing about me tastes like a ripe plum. So don't get any ideas.
And then, whop! A mighty blow with the stick, and the burro Mouse flew through the air like a skyrocket and landed in the rose bushes, head spinning, tummy churning. Meanwhile, all the hands are out trying to grab for the candy flying through the air, and it's amazing that none of those kids accidentally grabbed the mouse. That would have been shocking. And look, it's raining candy, hallelujah. Candy spilled across the plaza, showering like hailstones. Children ran to and fro, laughing, yelling, and scooping up handfuls, pocketfuls, bagfuls. And just then someone stepped on Cat's tail. Uh-oh. And Cat yowled, like probably this, and sped home, his tail bruised and sore. Oh yeah, Two-Tone, he'll be fine. I know, you're so kind. I'm sure that mostly he was just shocked. I know, I'd be shocked too. When Mouse caught his breath, he sat up. The candy was gone. Look at this. It's just bits of wrappers and confetti now. The people were leaving. The cleaners were sweeping and picking up the trash. No dessert for me, Mouse thought, his whiskers drooping, like so. But wait. Hidden in the ivy, Mouse spied one lemon drop. Ding! Overlooked, forgotten, and wrapped in shiny cellophane, but about to be overlooked no more. He picked it up and ran home. And where did he get that adorable mouse-sized sombrero? And he ran into his hidey hole for one last treat. Cinco de Mayo! ¡Qué felicidad! ¡Qué felicidad! ¡Qué pickly-dad!
Queso felicidad.
It's que felicidad, which means what happiness.
And if cheese isn't happiness, I don't know what is.
So to all my human KidTime StoryTimers, I wish you a happy Cinco de Mayo. And to all my rodent KidTime StoryTimers,
we wish you a happy Cinco de Mayo.
¡Viva México!